What's up, guys? It's Jensen and welcome to another video. So as we all know, Giannis is one of the best players in the NBA, and we're going to have to start talking about his 2021 NBA free agency soon. I mean, it's coming up soon, and I think that this is going to become a big topic as the year goes on. And I really do think that Giannis should leave the Milwaukee Bucks, which I talked about in one of my previous videos a couple weeks ago. But essentially, to sum it up, I said that because the core of Milwaukee right now is going to get older in the future, Middleton, Brook Lopez, George Hill, these dudes are going to get older, and they're not quite in Giannis's age group right now. So those dudes might be out of their primes while Giannis is entering his prime. And that could create a messy situation where Giannis doesn't really have a lot of help. Kind of like LeBron in his last year with the Cleveland Cavaliers, for example. I think he might not have a lot of help. And then when we're looking at the young guys on Milwaukee's roster, other than Dante DiVincenzo, they don't really have anyone that promising. So I think he should leave Milwaukee in 2021. And I think that right now the Miami Heat would be the best destination. In that video, I also talked about the Toronto Raptors, which I think would also be very reasonable. But I mean, look at the Miami Heat. First of all, the culture is very strong there. Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, they built a very tough, hard-working culture. With guys like Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo, these dudes, they work hard, and they're really fitting into the Heat culture. They have guys that finally fit the Heat culture, which I think is very nice. I had a guy like Giannis on there, where he's coming from a team in Milwaukee that is very similar. They work very hard. They're really just dedicated on the game of basketball. So I do think that Giannis would fit perfectly into this Heat culture that they build there. They have a nice running mate if Giannis goes there with Bam Adebayo. I think that this dude, he is a great rim-running center, but he's an all-star center at the same time. He's not your average rim-running center. This dude, he can pass the ball. He's becoming better as a scorer. And Adebayo plus Giannis would be a crazy interior defensive duo. I mean, you're not scoring on a paint with those two guys guarding the rim, in my opinion. I think that Jimmy Butler, it's hard to see what he'd be by 2021. I still think he's going to be an all-star, honestly, because Jimmy Butler, we know he works hard, and I don't think he's going to be on some crazy decline or anything. Jimmy Butler is still going to be Jimmy Butler. He's still going to be very, very good, and I think that Jimmy Butler will push Giannis to be even greater than he is right now, and that could be dangerous. If Giannis really wants to become the greatest of all time, he needs to be pushed by guys like Jimmy Butler, and I think that'd be perfect. And Giannis has never played with shooters like Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. These dudes shoot the ball, and I think that Giannis, when he's in the paint, instead of having to score every time in the paint, being able to pass to open Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson, that makes a big difference. With a guy like Kendrick Nunn, this was a great story. He was undrafted, but all of a sudden, he is among the Rookie of the Year conversation right now with guys like John Morant and Zion Williamson, even though we don't quite consider him in that tier perhaps. But this was still a nice story. But I think he's more than a story. This was actually a starting point guard in the NBA, perhaps. I think that he could average about 20 points per game. This dude's a stud, and I'm surprised teams didn't draft him. I mean, just the Miami Heat are so good at this. Not just like right now when you look at guys like Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn. They hit on guys consistently. Think of guys like Hassan Whiteside, Tyler Johnson. Like, these dudes were either second-round picks or they weren't drafted at all. But the Miami Heat, they're really good at finding these stars, these uncut gems, these dudes whom nobody really considers to be much of anything, and they turn them into starters and even all-stars at times. So I think that if you're Giannis, don't just look at the roster that Miami has now, because Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, these dudes are very good at their jobs, and they're going to find some really unidentified gems, in my opinion, and this, whether it be the second round, undrafted, late in the first round, they know how to get it done. Maybe only the Spurs are better, but I'd say Miami's the best. Like, just look out throughout the history of Pat Riley being there. They're so good at finding these unidentified gems. And the culture, it fits everything. It's perfect for Giannis. It's South Beach, Miami. He's going to get more national TV coverage. I really do think it's perfect. He can grow his brand there. Miami, it's perfect. The Heat are perfect. And I really do think it works for all sides, in my opinion. If Giannis wants to be the greatest player of all time, he should go to the Miami Heat. That's all I have to say, though. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll be providing for NFL and NBA hot takes as the season goes on, and have a good day. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Jensen Sports. See y'all later.